Did this join me? Yep. I think this just created a whole new live stream. Yep. Yep. This just created a whole new live stream. Interesting. Okay, yes. All right, guys, give me a minute here if you guys are watching this video. Something happened. Something happened. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but we're going to fix it. We're going to find a way and figure it out, and we're going to fix it. All right. Anyway. Yep, that's what happens. That's what happens. But no worries. We move on. We fix things. And then we get going again. So just give me a minute here, and then we're going to get this going again. All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but something got jacked up a little bit. Something got jacked up. Not sure what. But anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So anyway, for those of you guys that are just tuning in, we're going over time blocking, and I'm going to share a doc. Just give me a minute, guys, here, because I got to pull up the information that I just had and kind of like get everything going. I was live. The stream got cut off. I had to start all over again. So just bear with me here if you would. And I'm going to get this jump started one more time because I want you guys to be able to see the document. So we'll get this going here. Let me save that. I'll come back and edit this afterwards. All right. So if you guys are just tuning in, below this video, there we go, it went live again. Below this video, if you guys refresh the video, below this video is the document that you guys can use as I start talking specifically about time blocking. I'm also going to share this in the comments with you so you guys can have access to this. Let me just copy a couple things and get this shared with you. Here is the time blocking document. So I'm sharing this in the comments. So if you guys need to pull this up, you guys can kind of scroll up into the comments. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's right, Carlos, we are back. So I'm just kind of like redoing this here. And of course, I got this notification out like everywhere. And yeah, I don't know what happened, but either way, let me see. I'm gonna delete this because of course I put this on Facebook and I put this in a bunch of different places, and now of course it's a new YouTube link, so we're gonna try it again. But that's what happens. That's what happens. You just roll with it. Okay. Oops. No, that didn't work either. Jeez, man. This is a fun day. It's a fun day, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just figure it out. You just figure it out. It's technology. It's life. It's Sunday. You just roll with it. That's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. So anyway, I'm just getting this shared out back on Facebook so people can see this and getting more people on here to view this training called time blocking. So let me post this again. Oh, geez, man. Now I'm trying to post on Facebook and it's saying there's an error. Geez. All right, is it working now? All right, there we go. Okay, so that worked. Boom, I fixed that. Now let me fix one more thing, and then we'll be good. And then we'll be good. Then I can finally like move on and actually do this training. Okay. All right, that's fixed. That's fixed. Everything's fixed. Now we're good. All right. All right. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Now we're good. Sorry, guys. Appreciate you guys waiting. Appreciate the patience there. All right, anyway, so we're back and we're rolling. If you guys are just tuning in, those of you guys that are checking out this this thing, this really stinks too, because I emailed my whole list. I just emailed like thousands of people, and I'm sending them to the wrong thing. But hopefully they figure it out. Either way, I'll send them the replay. And if you're on my list, you guys will get the replay and be able to check that out. Anyway, so let's get into it. Enough babbling, enough rambling. We're talking about time blocking today, guys. This training is really, 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 really important, because if you guys apply what I'm going to share with you today, it's really going to have a major impact on your business. Now, when a lot of people get started in an online business, they really just are kind of all over the place and they don't have a lot of structure. And that's what I'm going to go over with you today. Also in this training, I'm going to reference a training that I previously did, which if you're watching this on YouTube, then you can find this replay here on my channel and you guys will be able to watch that replay where I went into income producing activities. Now today, I'm going to reference the income producing activities, but what we're going to do is take those and actually look at putting them on a calendar so you know what days you're going to do certain things, and then you can just really turn into a productivity machine. So I'm just going to grab a calendar. 1 second. All right, so we got something to reference here. We start talking about time blocking and activities so that we can be more and more productive. All right. So like I said, for those of you guys that are just tuning in, for those of you guys that came in halfway through, guys, do me a favor, just let me know where you guys are from. I know Carlos is from Milford. Maureen's joining. Welcome, Maureen. Good to see you. But jump on in. Also, guys, while you're here, do me a favor and just like this video. So that way we could, get people seeing this, get the algorithm going, but we can get this rocking along. So anyway, what we got going on is time blocking. So I'm going to share my screen and you guys have access to the same document that I'm going to share. It's right below this YouTube video. If you're on my list, I emailed that out to you. It's also on the other YouTube video that got cut off. Either way, you guys will have access to this document. So I also posted it here in the YouTube chat. So you can grab this document there. It's 100% free for you. So here we go. Let me share my screen and we will get right into the content. We don't need to be looking at that guy. What we want to do is pull up this right here. There we go. Boom. So let's talk about time blocking and what exactly that is. Now, like I said, time blocking, guys, is very, 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 very important. And a lot of people struggle with managing their time when they first get started in an online business. They really just kind of, try and squeeze stuff in randomly. There's no method to things. They don't have stuff written down. They probably don't have goals written down. They probably, saw some information on making money online. They probably got started and then really just kind of have no clue. They're just kind of fluttering along. And if that's you, honestly, man, that's totally okay. It's totally okay because it happens to almost every single person out there that gets started in an online business. Like, don't, freak out. Don't worry. You can reel things in and get really productive and really good at your business. But you got to apply some things that I'm going to share with you. You got to start applying this into your daily business and really start building routines ultimately, because what you're trying to do here is you want to treat your business like a business. That's probably the most important thing. You want to treat your business like a business. So ultimately it can pay you like a business. All right. So first thing I want you guys to think about when it comes to time blocking is, first and foremost, understanding what it is. So the concept of time blocking is this. What you're trying to do is block out your time so you can accomplish specific tasks during that time frame. So I'll give you an example. If I know that from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. every single Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday is my time to do a YouTube live, I have that written down on a calendar. Okay, so I know what day, what time that I'm going to do a YouTube live. And I also I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be here in the office. I'm going to close the door. I'm going to push everybody out. If you have family members, kids, whatever else, I'm going to push everybody out so that way they know that this is my time to get a specific task done and accomplished. So that way, when I write it down on a calendar, I write it down in a notebook, I know that this is my time to do said specific task. And then when I'm done after that time slot, I can cross it off and I know I got an income producing activity done and accomplished. Okay. So that's what you want to be able to do with time blocking. You want to be able to accomplish tasks at a certain time. So first thing you have to look at is, what are the specific tasks in your personal business? Now, that being said, the training I did earlier this week, I broke down a list of income producing activities. I also have some here as an example, but you can also see the link that goes to the income producing activities that I did before, which literally is this list right here. So this is the same list that I used when I did this training a couple of days ago. If you guys want to see that training, that is here on my YouTube channel. You guys can just search my other videos. You guys will see that training right there. However, this is also, there's some other examples here. So what would be tasks in your specific business? Running traffic, setting up a traffic campaign, managing clicks and conversions, validating metrics, writing emails, whether it be personal emails, you're writing to your leads, you're writing emails for an autoresponder, posting on social media. If you guys are using Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, if you guys are using these things for specific business purposes, then you want to carve out time in your schedule, in your calendar, when you are going to be posting specifically for your business. Okay. So networking, messaging, following up, talking to, prospective business builders, people that are interested in your business, people that are commenting on your posts. In other words, follow up, networking. Okay. Creating content. So, if you're writing for a blog or writing a website, again, you're writing emails, you're making a video, realistically, guys, making a YouTube video, if you're going to do it properly, if you're going to do it right, then the best way to do that, it takes time. You really want to map it out, because you're going to be searching for keywords. You're going to be searching for, oops, where is this going here? If you're going to be doing it properly, then you really need to plan it out. So it's not like you just say, hey, I'm going to go make a YouTube video, and then you go live, and then it is what it is. You got to put some thought into it, where you're going to be thinking about what keywords you're going to rank for. So if you're going to, as an example with Heal, if for those of you guys that are in Discover Heal, if you're going to make a video for Heal and rank it on YouTube, and you're going to try and compete with other people that are on YouTube, then you need to look at like, what keywords do you want to look for? What type of video do you want to be doing? Do you want to be doing a video that is about the information in the back office? Do you want to be doing videos on the compensation plan? Do you want to be doing videos about a new sales funnel, capture pages, whatever it is that has to do with the company? If it's a review, if it's an overview, what type of video are you going to do? You're going to write down some notes. You're going to know your talking points. You're going to properly get your video set up to rank it properly on YouTube. And then you're going to go film your video. You got to put some thought into that. You can't just go, slam it home in 5 minutes and be done with it, and then have this amazing video that's going to rank on YouTube and get you thousands of leads and make you tons of money. You got to put some effort into it. You got to put some thought behind it. All right. So as you're making this happen, while you're time blocking and putting this on your calendar, you actually have to kind of go through and, make it work. Okay. So again, Facebook posts, writing the posts, following up with the posts, those sort of things. Those are all daily income producing activities. We'll even reference this list right here. Okay. So again, following up with your leads. I mentioned time blocking in daily income producing activities. All right. So creating content for YouTube, that type of thing. If we're talking paid traffic, validating all of your metrics, going into ClickMagick, diverting, if you're split testing, diverting your your traffic to the pages that are converting good, looking at your metrics for your autoresponder. These are all things that you want to map out in your business. All right. So that being said, after you figure this stuff out, now what you want to do, all right, once you figure out what tasks that you have in your business, so depending, and this is totally up to you, depending on how you want to market your business. If you're going to use free methods, go use the daily income producing activity sheet I just shared with you, and then either circle or put a check mark or write down. I would recommend writing down, because when you write things down, you record them to memory more. So even though you have a sheet that tells you that, I would get out a notebook and I would actually go write that down. So the first thing you start doing before you start putting stuff down on a calendar is you want to write down the activities that you want to do each day. All right. So if it's posting on Facebook, that would be daily. If it's following up, that might be daily, but that also might be once or twice a week. Maybe it's every other day. I don't know. If it's, doing something with traffic campaigns, you know, diverting traffic, split testing, looking at autoresponder metrics. That might not be every single day, but that would certainly be weekly. So write down first and foremost what you want to accomplish weekly. What you want to accomplish daily, what tasks you have, write them all down, and then write down what you want to accomplish weekly. All right. So once you have those things written down, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen in just a second here, and then we're going to get into that. All right. So once you get down to, yeah, Isabella says we should have plenty of time now. No doubt about that. Once you figure out what tasks that you want to accomplish each day and each week, now it's time to start putting that stuff on a calendar. So, all right. So as an example, I'm just going to use a round number. Let's just say that you have 10 tasks, okay? And it doesn't matter what they are. Let's say hypothetically you have 10 tasks that you want to accomplish daily, weekly. Now you have to start looking at how much time is it going to take for each specific task, okay? So in this example right here, you can see writing emails. Now, as an example for me, and I'm going to give you a real life example. This is what I actually do. And I do this specifically every single Thursday. So if you guys are looking for me on Thursday, you know that most likely I am sitting behind my MacBook and I am writing emails. This is what I do every single Thursday. I don't know why it ended up being Thursday. It just did, and it's worked for the past, I don't know how many months. All right, this is my routine. But every single Thursday, what I do is I carve out about 2 to 3 hours where usually it's about 2 hours. And that's why I wrote that down for this example here. But I usually carve out about 2 hours where I'm just going to be sitting here at this desk. I used to go to a Panera. I would actually sit in a Panera, but with coronavirus going on right now, I can't go in a Panera. So I sit here at this desk, but it doesn't matter where I am. The point is I'm sitting behind my MacBook and I give myself 2 hours and I write 1 week's worth of emails. Okay, I write 1 week worth of emails. So I'll physically show you an example here. So as you guys can see, these emails right here are all sent. So in other words, a couple here, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These emails have already been sent and gone out. And I also have queued up, ready to go out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. These emails are already written and queued up in my autoresponder to go out to my list. All right. Now, the reason why I do that is I do it in one shot and I write 7 to 8 days worth of emails and I get it all done. I write all my follow-up emails that I'm sending out to my, not daily broadcast, I should say, it depends on the terminology, but I send out I queue up all of my daily broadcasts a week out. And the reason I do that all in one shot is so I don't have to think about writing an email every single day. I don't have to think about emailing my list every single day because I set it all up once and then I'm done for a week. Okay. And that for me works really, really well because on the other days, the days that I'm not writing emails, I can focus on other things. I can focus on YouTube videos. I can focus on following up with leads. I can focus on, running traffic, split testing traffic, testing different capture pages, diving into different metrics in my business, helping my team, doing a team training. I don't know, like you guys are watching right now, doing a team training. So that being said, that's why I block out time that way for me so I can get other things done on different days and I can be more productive on the other days because I'm not focused on emails. I kind of like get that one out of the way. So if that makes sense to you and you guys are understanding that, just give me a 2 down in the chat box. Drop a 2 in the chat box if that makes sense and you guys kind of grasp that concept of doing specific things on certain days. Now, like I said, there's certain things that you're going to do every single day. So if you're building a business on Facebook, on social media, and you're focused on more free methods, free strategies, you're going to be doing things every single day. You're going to be posting on Facebook every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. So that is something that you're going to carve out and do every single day. Now, the question for you is, when are you going to do that? So that being said, you want to know how much time these tasks are going to take. All right. So let's talk about a free strategy. Let's talk about posting on Facebook. Now, if you're going to do a good post, and I don't just mean you're going to go onto Facebook and here's my link. Hey, everybody, I have the greatest business opportunity in the world. Here's my link. Join my biz op. Like that can take you 4 seconds to post, 10 seconds to write it, a second to post it, and then probably no one's going to sign up for your business. All right. Versus if you actually write a post, you actually put some time into writing the post. And Steven, the CEO of Heal, just said this on a Facebook Live a couple of nights ago, that sometimes his posts, which have generated him thousands of dollars, sometimes those posts take hours to write. Now, I'm not saying for you, you got to go, sit down for 3 hours and go write a Facebook post, but you can if you want to. It all depends on how much engagement you're looking to get from that Facebook post. It depends on you and what you want to write about and what you want to say. But I've said this time and time and time again, and I talked about this in the other training that I did in the daily income producing activities training. On social media, on Facebook, if you want people interested, you have to be interesting. And I'll say that again because you got to understand this. If you want people interested, you have to be interesting. So if you're going to post on Facebook, you have to do it the right way, and you have to get people interested in what you're doing. All right. So now you have to ask yourself, when it comes to time blocking, how long is it going to take to create a post that will have people interested? Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. You have to put some thought into it. It's not just about posting your link. Okay. So look at all the tasks that you just wrote down, however many tasks it is. And now you want to start putting a time frame to how long it's going to take to do each task. Okay. So if that makes sense, step one, basically you go through and you write down all of the different tasks that you want to do on a daily and weekly basis. So you have them all written down, you write them down on paper. Now, next to those tasks, now you want to figure out how long specifically it's going to take to do each of those tasks. So if, let's say, the reference I just gave you, if we're talking about writing a post on Facebook, if we're going to do that every single day, how long is it going to take me to write a good post that's going to get engagement, that's going to keep people interested in me and what I'm doing and what I talk about on a daily basis on Facebook? How long is that going to take? If I'm going to follow up with leads, I'm going to, let's say we're following up via Facebook Messenger. How long, depending on how many leads you have, obviously, how long is it going to take me to follow up with my leads? Now, keep in mind, what if you strike up a conversation with a lead? Let's say you're following up with a lead saying, hey, Bob, did you have a chance to watch the video I sent you the other day? Oh, yes. Oh, no, whatever. And you get into a dialogue. Now, if you just message him and he doesn't reply back, no big deal. That message probably cost you 10 seconds, no big deal. However, if you start a dialogue with Bob and you're going back and forth, talking about Heal, answering questions, whatever, how long could that take? That depends on you. That depends on the questions that Bob asks. But the question for you is, when do you have that time on your calendar that you can follow up with people and be there to answer questions? Like, in other words, like, and I'm going to be a little blunt here, but like, if you have to go, sit on the toilet at work and you're going to try and follow up with people, like, just don't do that. Okay. Like, just don't do that, because now you're limiting yourself and your abilities, and you're really hurting the leads that you're following up with. Because let's say they ask you a question and then you get pulled into work and you get tied up with something and you don't get back to them for like another 2 hours. Now you're putting yourself and the lead in a tough situation. Okay. So again, food for thought, something to think about. So now that you have your list of daily activities, how long it's going to take, roughly, and you'll fine tune this. Like there's no right or wrong answer here. If you think it's going to take an hour for follow-up, cool. If you think it's going to take 4 hours for follow-up, cool. If you think it's going to take 10 minutes for follow-up, cool. It doesn't matter. These are your times. And as you go along, you can adjust your time frames. It's really simple. Now, once you have these things written down, now what you want to do is start blocking this stuff out on a calendar. Okay, you want to start blocking this out on a calendar, and you want to start, again, writing things down so you know when, how, who, whatever. All right. So when can you work your business? The last thing here, write down your blocked out time on a calendar. Really important, guys. If you live with other folks, whether it be a spouse, a significant other, a roommate, a sister, a nephew, a niece, or whoever, let people know when you are going to work your business. Like, in other words, don't get distracted. Don't try to work your time blocked stuff while you're sitting on the couch watching Netflix and you got people on the couch with you and you're trying to like juggle a bunch of stuff. Like, don't do that. Treat your business like a business. If you wanted to pay you like a business, if you wanted to pay you residual, daily, weekly, monthly income, if you want that, then treat it like a business. Don't just wing it. I'm telling you right now, if you just try to wing it, you're not going to get the results that you want. Period. End of story. You have to like really dial this in. And this, for me, like I told you guys in the beginning, like this is something that for me years ago when I started applying this, this is when like my business just took went to a whole nother level. All right. And that's why I'm teaching you this. That's why I'm trying to train you guys and share this information with you, because if you apply what I'm telling you and what I'm sharing with you, it can have a profound impact on your business. Okay. So if that makes sense, and you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, you guys are catching what I'm throwing, smelling what I'm stepping in. If this makes sense to you guys, give me a 3 in the chat box below and let me know. This is really important stuff. Okay. So share this with your household members. Stick with your committed times. If you commit to a time, let's say every Saturday morning at 10 a.m., you're going to follow up with someone, or every Saturday morning at 10 a.m., you're going to write all your emails. And then Saturday morning at 9 comes and you're like, you know what, man, I'm really tired. I got a crappy night's sleep. I'm going to stay in bed another hour. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to try to sleep through my timer. I'm going to take a nap through my time frame. You're going to fail. You're going to set yourself up for failure. You got to stick with your time frame. Okay. You got to be consistent. You got to be dedicated. You got to just make it work. Okay. Now, life happens, emergencies happen, stuff gets in the way occasionally. Cool. But don't make habits of breaking your calendar. Okay. So, and lastly here, map out your daily tasks into the dedicated time slots. So I'm going to unshare and then talk about, here's an example calendar. Okay. Now, calendars specifically, I don't have a blank one, but I'm not going to do it. You guys can figure this out. There's like hundreds of different websites. You can go to Google and just type in monthly calendar. Like, just go do a Google search, type in monthly calendar, and you can get a blank calendar. So as an example, for the month of April, you can get a blank calendar. So now you have your daily activities list. Now you have your time frames. So now it's just a matter of figuring out on what day and what time you're going to plug in the daily activities. And I can't give this to you. Okay. I can't give this to you, unfortunately. Only you can figure out when and where you're going to do this stuff. Okay. Only you can figure that stuff out. But what I can tell you is just put some thought into this. Okay. Just go and put some thought into this as to how, maybe realistically mapping this all out and figuring this all out. It might take you a few days. It might take you a week to really get this dialed in. It might take you a couple of weeks. I don't even know. It took me a while. I didn't have it all. Like, nobody just, if you look at all the top leaders, people on leaderboards, people that are rocking it, like, no one just like figures it out all in a day. like I'm still learning. I'm still figuring stuff out. I'm still learning stuff every single day. I'm still trying to, ILT, invest my time, learn something, and then turn around and teach that to people. Like I'm still figuring stuff out. But you're going to have to figure this out. You're going to have to like create a good solid routine. And you might have a couple of days where it's like, man, that felt really good. For me, like the last 3 days, for whatever reason, like sales, traffic, follow up, like so many things are just starting to click. But then, who knows, you could have an off day. But when you have a good day, like think, okay, what happened? What did I do? What were my income producing activities? Like, and then you just want to kind of recreate those things. But ultimately, you have your tasks, you have your time frames. Now you have to look at your whole schedule. You have to look at your work week. If you're working a job, which hopefully you are, you have to look at your work schedule. You have to look at, family time. If you have family time, if you need family time, if you need time with a spouse, a loved one, friends, whatever, this is your business. Only you can figure out when you're going to sit down and you're going to work this stuff. Okay. So that you start carving out that time. Now, this is what I would recommend. Okay. Write down, have a blank calendar and write down all of your open time frames. So let's say hypothetically that you work Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 4 p.m. So obviously you're not going to work your business. Like don't try to work your business during your work time. Like be at your job, do your thing, do it to the best of your ability. And then when you get home, then you can get into work mode. Okay. But don't be like trying to balance both, because it's going to be really hard. You're not going to get the results that you want. All right. So figure out when you're working, figure out what time you need. Like if you sit down with the family every night at 6 o'clock for dinner, then don't put 6 p.m. on any night as an available time for you. Like just don't do that. However, once dinner's done, maybe you put the kids to bed, you tuck them in. So let's say maybe by 8:30 p.m. now you have some free time. So maybe from 8:30 p.m. to let's say like 11 p.m., you got a good 2.5 hours there where you can sit down and you can chop away at some income producing activities. From 8:30 to let's say 8:30 to 9, you're gonna write a post every single night at 8:30. You're gonna write a great Facebook post. Maybe you need 45 minutes. I don't know. That's on you. But every single night at 8:30, you're gonna write a good Facebook post. You're gonna post it. Boom, that's your consistency. That's your time. Just giving you an example here. And then let's say from 9:15 to 9:15 to 10 o'clock, that's your follow-up. Every single night from 9:15 to 10 p.m., that's your follow-up. You're doing that every single day. Again, just giving you guys examples here, but this is how I want you guys to think. I want you guys to think about this thought process. And I can tell you from experience, the more detailed you are, the more specific that you are, and the more consistent you are. What I just said was huge. Okay. The better results you're going to have in your business, period. End of story. Okay. So the more detailed that you are, the more that you write things down, you take good notes, you think things out, you're specific with your thought process. The more specific you are, the more detailed you are, and the more consistent you are with working your plan, it's inevitable. It's literally inevitable. You're going to start getting really good results in your business. But this is what it takes. And this is kind of why I saved this training for last. So I wanted to make sure you guys understood daily income producing activities, but really I want you guys honed in on time blocking, because once you start getting in this zone, once you start getting in this frame of mind, it's like a drug. It really is. It's like a high, and you can just ride off this, because when you get locked into that zone that you're just going to be super productive. Okay. So like I said, I hope this makes sense for you guys. I hope you guys are understanding this and picking up on this stuff. But if you guys are, and everything I covered makes sense, you guys get time blocking, then give me a 4. We're moving up to 4 now. Give me a 4 down in the chat box. Let me know that this makes sense. Guys, also, please do me a favor while you're here. Make sure that you guys like this video, share it with anybody that needs it. If you need to share this with teams, somebody else in the business, anyone that just needs to see a video on time blocking and how to be productive. But I really do hope you guys get value out of this, and I hope this was educational. And if you guys have any questions at all, we got some fours coming in. If you guys have any questions at all, drop them in the comment box below. Also, for those of you guys that are tuning in, if you're watching a replay of this, my Facebook Messenger link is in the comment box below. You guys can snag that and ask me any questions that you guys have. But I just want to make sure that you guys ultimately can be as productive as possible and just get out there and rock your business. However, it takes work. It takes work. It takes dedication. It takes consistency. And, you know, I get asked this all the time, like, how do I get the results that I do? And ultimately, I've taken more action, and I'm consistent longer than most people. That's it. I take more action, and I'm consistent longer than most people. And if you do the same thing and you apply what is taught by myself, by Steven, by so many other people, like if you just apply what's taught and you stay consistent, you take consistent action and you stay consistent with that action, it's just a matter of time. It's literally just a matter of time. You guys can have amazing things happen in your business, amazing things happen in your life, but you just got to do the work. You just got to put the work in. All right. So that is it. We got a ton of fours coming in. Appreciate you guys commenting on there. So other than that, my friends, stay tuned. Later on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern time, I am interviewing one of the top, I think he's the top 4 leader in Heal. And that's going to be live in the Discover Heal Facebook group. If you guys don't have access to that, if you guys are catching this on YouTube and you have no idea what I'm talking about, my Facebook Messenger link is down there. Send me a message. I'll get you free access into that group. But I'm interviewing someone who has, I think he has over 12,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. He has sponsored, I think, more VIPs than anybody in the entire company. He's a VIP producing machine. So stay tuned tonight, live at 9 o'clock Eastern time. And his name is Paulo Beringwell. You guys can go look him up on YouTube, but he's a beast. I'm going to be interviewing him live tonight, and it's going to be an awesome interview. He's going to pour a ton of value and maybe even shed some tips on what he does to become a VIP producing machine. So other than that, my friends, I'll catch you guys live tonight. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. And again, please, while you're here, make sure that you guys like this video and subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video here on YouTube. And I'm going to be going live on YouTube a lot because this is the cool place to be. I think these lives are better than Facebook, my opinion. But anyway, that being said, I will catch you guys real soon. All right, let me see if I can stop that. Have a good one.